Okay, let's proceed to our series of coding, that is code.org. So we are starting with the lecture number 3, that is time and date application. So today there is a one change, student. आज आप लोगों को ध्यान से देखना है, because today we are going to use a summation of blocks plus text language which is called as the JavaScript. लोग यूज़ करने वाले हैं उसको JavaScript लैंग्वेज बोलते हैं. तो हम लोग देखेंगे कि वो कैसे होता है. उसके पहले हम लोग सबसे पहले साइन इन कर देंगे. आई होप ऑल ऑफ यू हैव जॉइंड द लेक्चर. सो मैं मेरे रजिस्टर्ड ईमेल एड्रेस को सिलेक्ट कर रहा हूं. I have done my account. Okay. Click on create. Open the app lab. It's simple. I hope इसमें किसी को कोई डाउट नहीं है. किसी को कोई डिफ़िकल्टीज नहीं आ रही है मुझे लग रहा है. अगर आप लोगों को डिफ़िकल्टीज आ रही है अभी भी अकाउंट लॉगिन में, यू कैन जस्ट स्टिल वॉच अवर फर्स्ट वीडियो, अ फर्स्ट लेक्चर, दैट इज़ अ पैंडेमिक ट्रैकर, जिसमें मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया है कि कैसे लॉगिन करना है, कौन सा अकाउंट चूज़ करना है एंड क्या ऑप्शन आपको चूज़ करने हैं. सो आई होप इट इज़ क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. आई विल जस्ट चेक द चैट बॉक्स वंस. हेलो एवरीवन. सो we'll start with the lecture quickly. As usual, we will complete the design part. Background color, EBC label, in the middle I will put the text, time and date. I will increase the width 250, make it broad, increase the height also to as much as you can. I will make it 70. The text color white, because मेरा background color black है तो text color match होना चाहिए, दिखना चाहिए सबको. Family times and increase the font size इस तरीके से. ओके अगर आपको एक लाइन में चाहिए और वो फॉन्ट इंक्रीज करने पे नहीं हो रहा है, एक लाइन में ऊपर नीचे आ रहा है, सो देयर इज अ ऑप्शन ऑफ यू कैन इंक्रीज द विड्थ स्टिल एंड देन यू कैन इंक्रीज द फॉन्ट साइज लाइक दिस वे. टाइम एंड डेट, अब मैंने इसको सेंटरली अलाइन कर दिया. अब मैं अगर रन कर रहा हूँ तो मुझे पता है कि टाइम एंड डेट आने वाला है. अब मेरे माइंड में कैसे चालू है, हाउ इट विल बी टाइम एंड डेट. yes, the top part will be displayed with either date and the bottom part you can display either with time or date, any one of that depending on what you are putting. So the series is time and date. So I will do one thing. First I will take one ABC label at the top to the extreme left. I will make the ID as time. So it will be LBL, small letters I will be using, LBL time. Text right now I will keep as it is. It will automatically fetch the coding part and it will show us the time at the end of the lecture. Obviously I will increase the width 200, height 50. Just align this box into the center. Yes, the text color white. Font size 25. Font family times and make the alignment in the center. So जो मेरा पहला बॉक्स है, this first box is going to enhance about the time. For the date, yes, one more ABC label I will be using. Can anyone tell me quickly in a fraction of seconds what is the ID for this? Anyone can just put in the comment box what might be the ID for this. Yes, absolutely right. It is going to be LBL date. The first box was LBL time. This box is going to be LBL date. Same, width is going to be 200, height is going to be 50. Align this box into the center. Text color white. Font size 25. Alignment in the center. There is something change in the top part and the bottom part. Yes, it's a font family. Good. Font family text. So whenever I will just run this, you can see automatically the time at the top and the date at the bottom, but after the coding. So I will put the code now. So as I said that today is going to be a version of blocks plus text. So for that, first of all, I will click on the show text option, so that whatever I type like this way in the text language, it is going to come. Okay. Before that, I will just repeat what I completed in the design part. I went into the design. I took the ABC label where the ID was LBL time, width 200 by 50, center, the font size, and as usual text color. Similarly, for the next block, I again took the ABC label where the ID was LBL date, and as usual, same. To give the name to the application, I took the ABC label and I wrote the text as time and date. If you want to use the word here application, you can use this word application like this also. So you can see that the application word is getting cut. So I will increase the height more and make this alignment in the center. So time and date application. This is how the design part. Let's go to the coding part. It was like this, where I clicked on the show text. The first point, to define the time, I will use one of the very famous loop, which is called as the time loop. Control is a section which is a combination of all the loops: for loop, while loop, if else, time loop. So I will use this time loop block into the line number 1. For now, I will just shift this bracket towards the line number 13, and I will come back to line number 2. So the first part I am going to complete is about the date. So how to do, just check. I will define it as variable date is equal to, it will directly come, no, we have to use the word current, because whenever you are going to use this application, today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, you have to make it like the way, for example, if after 1 month also I am going to use this application, I should know the current date and the current time, and that is why it's important that I should mention the word current. So current date is equal to new date. You have to make sure that which of my words are written in the capitals and which of the words are written in the small. So this is just about to enhance the date part, but yet the date part is not declared. Variable word is used to declare the statement which we are going to use into the codings all the time, whether it might be a date, time, score, whatever it might be. So I'm starting with month. Variable month is equal to current date full stop get month brackets +1. This is just a format to write +1. In short, line number 3 means you have defined your month over here. Line number 4, you are going to define your today's date. So it is called as a day, current date full stop, get date, D capitals and bracket. So month के जगह पे it was current date dot get month. For date it will be current date dot get date, and it is announced by the word day. So once again I will repeat till here. The very first from the control I use a time loop, which is going to show us, which is going to use the coding of time loop in milliseconds, but it will automatically convert it with the help of coding, and we can see the time into the seconds. Okay, now it's a time to enhance the year. Variable year is equal to current date dot get full year and the brackets. So you're going to ask me that हमने बार बार यहाँ पे current date क्यों लिखा है? Why we have written the current date? Because whenever you're going to see, it should happen that the particular day, वो दिन पे जो date रहेगी and the live time which is running, it should be like that way. It should not happen that you're able to see the today's date, you're able to see the tomorrow's time. No, that means you're on the wrong track. What is the right point? Whenever you open that application, the current date which is running, it should be enabled. You should see that, and the current time which is running, you should be able to see that. If this is not there, that means somewhere you are on the right, somewhere you are on the wrong track. Okay. One more thing I will like to inform you. Whenever this yellow triangles come, don't worry. We can ignore a part for this yellow triangles. But if there is a red square box coming, it might be the part of worry. For example, like this way, it might be the part of worry to us. Okay, so this is how we have defined the date, its month and its year. What is that now? Next part, you have to mention कि format कैसे होना वाला है. You want to mention the date, month and year, or year, month and date. It's a freedom to you. How you have to mention, you can mention it according to you. I will just move normally. Variable formatted, it is called as a format. So we have mentioned it as a formatted date is equal to, first I will take the day, plus sign. Now I'm putting the inverted commas because I want minus dash symbol between the dates. Next is the month. Okay, again minus sign? No, only one minus is enough. Go for the month. Yes, now you come again with the minus sign and end it with year. Okay, make sure this all the things you have to write into the small letters only. And how to use this part, design this box, how to define this. So for any ABC label, there is a common block which is used, and that is called as a set text block. UI controls, set text block. I will write the ID over here, LBL date. Formatted time, yes, no, it will be formatted date. It will be formatted date. Okay, so that's it. Now if I try to close this application over here, can I see my date running? Let's see. Yes, I can see the date over here, 2 January 2021. See the format, there is a day, month and year. Now for example, if I try to change this format, अगर मैंने यहाँ पे सबसे पहले मंथ को ले लिया एंड यहाँ पे डे को रिप्लेस किया. So let's see whether it is working. Yes, it is working. We can see the month, first month, today's date 2 and the year 2021. I hope this part is clear to all of you. I will be back to my original positions. Okay, and again back to the same positions. Now it's a time to go to the write the code for time, but I will just wait for few seconds so that you guys complete this code and then we will be back. So till that I will check if anyone is having the doubt. Yes, is anyone having the doubt, students? You can just put me in the chat box. Once you put in the chat box, immediately it will be a pop-up for me. So let's repeat what we studied. As we took the time loop from the controls, the very first we mentioned about the variable current date is equal to new date. We enhance for the month, similarly the day and the year, and then we wrote the format, in which format we have to mention. So this format you can change. Also you can change the symbol which is there in between. For example, you want to mention the slanting mark, so this time it will be in the slanting mark. You can just check. So it's in the slanting mark 2/1/2021. It's a new year has been proceeded. Okay, so no doubts you're having. Let's proceed to the time part. So time, how is defined the time? Hours, minutes, seconds, right? So variable hour is equal to current date dot get hours. Purposely I have used the word current date. Why? Because as I told you that the simulation between the date and the time should be flexible. It should not be like that today's date is coming and the time is very back, or whatever the unstable time is there, you are not able to get the live time. And yes, students, make sure one more thing, whatever time you can see, whatever time is running in your laptop or the computer at that moment, you will be able to see that time only. For example, you are sitting with the friend's laptop is showing you 6 p.m. and your laptop is showing you 5 p.m. So that means अगर 6 भी बजे होंगे तो भी आपके लैपटॉप या पीसी पे 5 ही दिखेंगे, just because your main time in the system is 5 p.m. So whatever your live time from wherever you are making the code, it might be mobile, it might be computer or the desktop, that live time is been fetched along with this JavaScript coding and you are able to see that. You can see now my running time is 5 o'clock and 21 minutes. So after a few minutes when we will be finishing the code, we will be able to see the same time. Okay? So whenever you are running this application in any of the device which is having the current live time, it will be fetching that live time. So if you are not able to see the live time, that means it is not the mistake of your coding, it's a changes of your system timings. Okay, understood? This is the main concept which is to be understood by all of you. Once again I repeat, whenever you are running the application and if your time is running behind from the other guy, that means it's not the mistake of your coding, it's just your changes in that particular, might be mobile, whatever you. Okay, let's proceed to the minutes. Variable minutes is equal to current date dot get minutes bracket semicolon. And similarly for the seconds, variable seconds is equal to current date. See, I'm just mentioning the current date everywhere. Dot get seconds and the bracket. Now it's time to write the format. It's an important time for us to introduce the time coding, but for to mention the time coding, still two main blocks are remaining. The first main block, that is the set text block, which has to be taken, and before that the format has to be aligned. So let's align the format. Variable formatted. So students, you have to just mention me in the comment box what is going to come, time or again the date is going to come over here, or just a format you have to write. What do you think? What is going to come? Yes, it's the time. So whatever, how the way I'm writing here, the same way I'm writing in the line number 7. If line number 6 the D is small, line number 7 the D is capital, that means there will be the mistake in the coding part. Okay, is equal to what is coming? Hour. The symbol will be of colon in between. Yes, plus sign, minute, again the symbol for coding, and at last second. Okay, but still the part is not yet. Let me check, is anyone having a doubt? Okay, no one is having the doubt. Yes, you guys are right. Rafiq, class boy, then Hazin Arts and Crafts, right answer guys, superb. We have taken the time over here. So set text block is again going to come from the UI controls. Line number 12, ID is going to be LBL time, and the text is going to be, remove all this and just mention there formatted time. With this I declare the coding part is done. So let's set the time to check the output. You can check first, my time is 5 o'clock 25 minutes. Okay, so let's check whether it's showing us the right time or not. Oops, see line number 11 there is something mistake. Just check. Minutes is not yet defined because in line number 9 as the S is mentioned, so I will remove the S. Second, so just check, here also S is there. Yes, now you can see. So the standard format 17 hours, that means 5 o'clock 26 minutes. Let's check my system time. Just check over here, it's 5 o'clock 26 minutes. It's showing us the same. That means the coding part is right. Okay, so let's quickly revise the coding part. To time का logic था यहाँ पे, that's why from the control at the start only, from the control I use the time loop. I mentioned my variables. Very first I mentioned the month. I initialized the variable by using the word month. The next was the date and then the year. To mention this in the particular format, I use the word formatted date. Where I mention the format, you can change the format as I said. And yes, to mention the design part, I use the set text. Why? Because I have used the EBC label during the design part. And make sure whenever you are using the EBC label in the design, always the replica part, that's the coding part, it comes with the set text block. Okay, and yes, for time it was hour, minute and second. So make sure whenever you are writing the format, this day, month and year should match with the prior words. Similarly, hour, minute and second also should match. You just saw there was an error because here the S was mentioned in line number 9, but in line number 11 the S was not mentioned. Okay, I hope the concept is clear to all of you. Once again, I will show you how to share this application. Click on the share, click on the option send to phone, and with the normal mobile phone camera, you can scan this barcode. Within a fraction of 15 seconds, you can see the link on your mobile phone. And as soon as you see the link, you can share that link with your friends, relatives, and all your colleagues. I hope the topic is clear to all of you. If anyone is having the doubt, you can just put the whatever doubts you are having in the comment section. We'll just revert back you. Yes, Rafiq. So, do you having any doubt? You can just put out if you're having any doubts. Once again, we'll revise once again. What we start from the first ABC label, where my text part was time and date application. ABC label I took for 2 times. The first time the ID was LBL time, and the second time the ID was LBL date. After doing this, in the coding part, we use the text language. So we first click on the show text, and we wrote the code in the text language. Where to start this application, I use the time loop in line number 1, and one by one I just initialize the variable. First I just put it for the month, then day, year, to mention the format, and similarly for time, hour, minute and second. Okay, make sure whatever you are writing in these lines, the same words you have to mention during the format. If it's not matching, the error will be displayed. For example, you are writing your variable hours, and during the formatted time it is only hour, s is not mentioned, it is a part of error. Okay, so this all the minor things you have to check during the coding part. I hope the concept is clear to all of you. Whenever we will open the app, it will show the current time and date or not. Yes, Rafiq. Whenever you will open the app, today, tomorrow, next month, after 2 months, it will show you the exact time and date, whatever it is executed at that moment. If it is not showing, you have to make sure that your coding is right or not. I hope the doubt is clear to this. So if you are having any more doubts, explaining you where the create option is going to come. So just check. See, here there is going to be a create option. So it will be open to it will be able to open the app lab only when you are signed in with the account. So first you just sign in with the account and then click on the create and open the app lab. So in this way your app lab will be open to you. Okay, so I will be back to my original project. I hope your doubt is clear.